Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today's topic is how to make it through the holidays after a separation. We get it. At our firm, we understand. This is a very difficult time, and you know, I guess the starting point is there's just no easy way to get through it. You just have to get through it, right? So my hope is that some of the tips I'll share with you would help make it a little bit easier for you to navigate this holiday season, which is generally a difficult time for people who are just recently separated. So first off, just be kind to yourself, okay? Just understand that it's normal for you to feel whatever it is you're feeling, and go ahead and just feel it, okay? It is fine. A lot of people have, feelings of anxieties and concerns. There's parties, there's family events to attend and all of that. So there's a number of reasons why you might be feeling the way that you are, and it's okay. It's okay. We get you. Even if no one does, we understand. So be kind to yourself. If you have children, it's imperative that you plan ahead, right? And if you have, especially if you don't have a parenting plan in place. So if you don't have one in place, this is the time to start talking about that. I know today's the 20th of November. It may seem early, but honestly, it is a little late. But get on it ASAP. If appropriate, try to negotiate with your ex directly. If not, if you have to involve a mediator, you want to get started now. The last thing you want is to be having this conversation a week before Christmas or whatever other special dates there are for you over this holiday season. So do plan ahead. If you don't have a plan, get on it ASAP. If you do have a plan, however, do get out that parenting plan or court order that deals with it. Because there's times where a court order might deal with parenting arrangements and be completely silent on holiday parenting plans. Now, don't make the mistake of thinking that your regular parenting time would continue through the holidays and then think you're fine. That's not the case. Holiday parenting time would supersede your regular parenting time. So do look at your your separation agreement, your parenting plan, your court order, whatever the case may be. Take a look at that and just see what it says about holiday parenting time and figure that out, because that would override whatever your regular parenting time is. And there's no harm at this point in checking with the other side to make sure that you both have the same understanding, right? Because sometimes what might seem clear, you might think you both are on the same page, and you probably were at the time you made the agreement, but someone might have a completely different understanding of the agreement or the order or whatever the case may be. So if there is a conversation to be had, if there's conflict to be resolved, you want to deal with it now. So just confirm, and nothing major, it's just, I have the kids XYZ dates and you have whatever dates, just confirming pickup is at whatever time. So that's a major one. Confirm pickup and drop-offs, because a lot of people make plans around these dates. So let's take Christmas, for example, right? Some people are particular about pickup times on Christmas morning, or is it drop off on the 24th? Are the, children sleeping over? Those things, as minor as they may appear to people that are not parents that are separated, it's a huge deal when you're separated, because the other side wants to know if, if it's young kids, is Santa coming to my place, for example, and how do I need to prepare for that? So make sure you clarify the pickup and drop off times. Even things like Christmas dinners, right? When you're a family, it's easy everyone gets busy over the holidays. You're attending, dinners and events on both sides. But now that you're separated, well, the children have to still attend these events, even though you may not. So you want to confirm what the plans are. If the other party's having their events on the 24th, for example, and your family is having on the 25th, there might be no conflict. But, what if you're having it on the same day? Then are the children attending both, and things like that? So it's the little things that can turn into really big issues and ruin the holidays for you and the children. So do pay attention to those little things. It may even be that with some planning, the other side may actually adjust their plans, but the earlier they know, then the easier it is to make these adjustments. So don't leave it to the last minute and just have that conflict on the day off. If try to avoid that as much as possible. New Year's Eve is another one as well, right? So some people have traditions around that. So just clarify. And again, if you're in a relationship where you're co-parenting amicably, you can even switch up dates. So if one date doesn't necessarily your order, for example, might say, get the children on the 25th, and if you have your family traditions taking place on Christmas Eve, if you have these communications early, the other side might be willing to adjust. So don't be afraid to ask if that's the situation you find yourself in. But again, give sufficient time to plan, and also for you to have your ducks in a row if the other side doesn't agree. So the idea is just make sure that you plan ahead. The other part is just think about this being a fresh beginning and an opportunity for you to create your own new traditions, right? So for a lot of newly separated people, you have all of these traditions, accumulated over several years, however long your relationship might have been. And now it's, for want of a better word, really it's just different now. So embrace that opportunity for you to create new traditions. And I know for some people it's particularly disturbing because, maybe your traditions involved your ex's family, and now what do you do? So in some cases, it's not a big deal. So if you're fortunate enough to be in that situation where the other party is okay with it, the family's fine with it, then there's really nothing in the law that stops you from going to spend time with, your ex's family during the all holidays. So that's fine if that could continue. But if that's not the case, then it's okay. Go out, make new friends if possible, volunteer your time, get involved in your community, just find ways to reach out to your friends and family if you even have any. But making new friends, making new connections and things like that, it's just enriching, right? But don't feel pressure to do that. If all you really feel like doing is just riding it solo these holiday season, do that, okay? But we find that a lot of times for most people, having supportive friends and family around really makes the holiday a lot more easier to get through for newly separated persons. But hey, we're all different. Remember, the whole idea is for you to be kind to yourself and to prioritize your own well-being. So if you just feel like sitting on the couch all holiday season, enjoying those movies, holiday movies, whatever, drinking your hot chocolate, just do that. Actually, that sounds like a great idea. I should probably do that this holiday, but you get the drift, okay? So embrace new traditions the best that you can. Things are different now, and it's fine. It is the way it is. And even for the children as well, you might want to kind of support their thinking, because for the children as well, it might be different, especially if this is their first holiday without having both parents living together. It's not easy for them as well. So, creating some kind of excitement, creating an atmosphere where the children are excited about this new holiday traditions, and the way things are now can really help smooth things over for the holidays. So related to the children still, if you're getting gifts for the children, well, if it's appropriate and you have a talking relationship with your ex, well, consider reaching out to them about Christmas gifts. I noticed a lot of people are out shopping already. Black Friday deals are already, started. And if you're thinking about getting a gift for the kids, maybe coordinate with your ex, especially for larger like ticket items, right? So, well, it's helpful on the level that you don't have to spend the money all by yourself, so that's great. But even just avoiding duplicating gifts, that's a fantastic reason for you to consider, coordinating with the other side, only if it's appropriate, of course. Not all relationships are that amicable. Not all exes are, people that you can have this level of cooperation with. But if it's possible, it's nice. And it's also nice for the kids. At least there's that sense of unity, knowing that mom and dad got us this gift together. So if that's possible, do it. There's lots of reasons. It helps the kids. It helps you save money, and it helps you avoid duplicating, gifts. But if that's not possible, hey, all's good. The more, the better for the kids. But even also there's, people would often give gifts around this time to, teachers, caregivers, and the sort. So make sure that if it's possible, and again, speak to your ex about it. If you're giving gifts, to just make sure that it's a coordinated effort. Who is getting this gift for these caregivers or teachers, and how would you split the cost? The last thing you want to do is go buy an overpriced gift, and you're imagining that the other party will share the cost with you, and they refuse to share the cost with you. That could be very upsetting. And what could be even worse is if you now get into a legal battle, having to fight over who should pay for gifts and all of that. So that's also part of the planning. In all, the whole idea is to make sure that you're kind to yourself. So take care of yourself, plan ahead, and if you're up for socializing this season, do it. If not, it's okay to just ride it out solo, okay? So I hope you found those tips helpful. If you did, please subscribe to our channel so you can get more informative content that we put out ever so often, okay? So until next time, it's bye for now.